Address the recent executive order issued by Governor Ron DeSantis. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce the community leaders that are going to be speaking today. To my right is the chairman of the Board of County Commissioners, Brian Hammond, our Sheriff, Carmine Marcino, and Lee County Manager, Roger DeJarlais. Sheriff?
Thank you. Thanks for being here this afternoon. On Wednesday, April 1st, 2020, Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order 20-91. This Safer at Home executive order stops all non-essential activities in the state. It also calls for non-essential workers, senior citizens, those with significant underlying medical conditions to remain at home. The executive order is lengthy and includes restrictions mentioned in prior emergency orders. Like other agencies, the COVID crisis requires the Sheriff's Office to do more with less. And so I'd ask that before you call on us with your questions, you check one of the websites online that explains which activities and businesses the Governor has identified as essential. We are very thankful for the overwhelming voluntary compliance we've seen from the Lee County residents and our guests prior to the emergency orders. It is very clear that social distancing and remaining at home are highly effective ways to slow and reduce the spread of this virus. I'm grateful to see the residents doing just this and being part of our team. We are confident that the residents will help us to continue to comply with this most recent executive order. Rest assured, our patrol deputies, aviation, and marine units will be out in full force, ensuring that the orders and the ordinance are being obeyed. Because voluntary compliance has been so successful, our deputies will continue to use the education and awareness as their primary tools when encountering non-compliance. However, for those that refuse to comply, we will issue a notice to appear and, if necessary, make a physical arrest. I'm extremely proud of Governor Ron DeSantis, our county manager, and our county commissioners, your Sheriff's Office. We have pulled together and worked around the clock to meet the new challenges presented by COVID. There is no doubt that as we continue to roll up our sleeves and work together, Lee County will emerge from this crisis an even stronger, safer, and more vibrant community than ever before. At this time, I want to turn it over to the Chairman, Commissioner Brian Hammond.
Well, thank you very much, Sheriff. It's a privilege to be here with you and your team once again. This afternoon, I want to start off by talking directly to anybody who's watching this, who may watch it right now live or as a replay later on social media. I want to start by asking, how are you doing? How are you doing, Lee County? I can feel it. You're stressed out. You're anxious. You're nervous. You're mad. You really don't know what the future holds right now. My message to you today is this. Tomorrow starts the next phase in our fight against COVID-19. Tomorrow is a new beginning. You have all been enlisted. Every one of us has a role in the fight against COVID-19. And I want to outline those roles this afternoon. Seniors, your role is to protect yourselves. Please do everything you can to stay at home. Use delivery services. Try some things that you've never tried before. Use the telephone. Use everything you can to stay at home and stay safe from COVID-19. To people who have lung disease, asthma, serious heart conditions, weak immune systems, cancer, diabetes, severe obesity, renal or liver failure, your role is the same as the seniors. We need you to stay at home. We need you to get used to using delivery services. And we need you to please protect yourself and keep yourself safe. You truly are the ones who would have the worst outcomes if you catch this disease. To everyone else, it is time. It is time that we have a serious talk about what's going on and how we're handling this in Lee County. We have been divided over the last couple weeks like I've never seen us divided before. This has been worse than any presidential election I've seen in the past or any other issue that's divided our community. I want to say very clearly, we are all on the same team, every one of us. We're going to win this fight together, and we need to think back to the day after 9/11, September 12th. Remember that day? On that day, there were no labels. There were no races. There were no Republicans or Democrats. On that day, we were just Americans. Remember that day? Now, to the crowd who is filled with panic and anxiety right now over this, your role is to take a breath at this moment. All right? I feel like a lot of people are consuming way too much information 24 hours a day. It feels like they're literally trying to fix COVID-19 through typing into their social media keyboards there. We need to take a break. We need to give ourselves a mental break from what we're seeing right now. That doesn't mean don't take it seriously, but it means start to take care of your mental health. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the health that you have and the family that you have and the things that you have right now. Be thankful for that. Even the people that you've been calling names, be thankful for them. We all love you, all right? And every single one of us is working our guts out to try and protect you. To the folks who think that this isn't serious, I want to talk to you. It's time to get serious. Your role right now, starting tomorrow with the new phase of our fight in COVID-19, is to get with the program. We need you to stop trying to find loopholes to continue the party. Half of the questions I've got today are people looking for loopholes to continue to do things that could cause you to catch the virus. All right, we're doing this to try and protect you. We need your help. So with the start of this new phase, the safer at home phase, we need to come together as one. We need to support each other. Most importantly, we need to give each other some grace and some patience that I have not been seeing people give each other. We need to come together. We will beat this disease. Listen, we've all seen the models and the predictions. In none of the predictions does it end with any of us going extinct, okay? Yeah, they're scary. Yes, this is something we need to take seriously, but this is a war we will win. Patience and grace need to return to our lives right now. Nothing about this is going to be quick. Nothing about this is going to be easy. But together, if we care for each other, if we're smart, and if we have compassion, I have no doubt that we will win and we will beat COVID-19. Lee County government, and our great sheriff, we're all going to do everything we can to help you through this. And today we look forward to answering your questions about the executive order. Thank you. Sheriff.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Hammond. You and your team have been amazing during this process. Our county manager. Folks understand, the commissioner said it very, very well. We don't want you to panic, but we want you to absolutely take it serious. Stop and listen to what we're telling you. Help us help you. We are ready for everything that comes our direction. We have been working around the clock, continuously communicating to make certain you're safe. Now's the time to pull together, work together, and we're going to make it through. This time I'm going to take some questions.
Can you kind of walk us through what your enforcement will be? Give us like an example of, I know you're going to start with education, but when would it become a thing where you need to actually enforce?
Of course, and always enforcement's a big key to this component, and we are a law enforcement agency. I have to tell you, we have an amazing amount of percentage of people, and it's over the 96th percentile, that thank God are helping us not get to the enforcement part of this puzzle, if you would say, okay? Education and awareness has always been critical and key for us, and we've been successful thus far. It's going to be case specific, but also make no mistake. Okay, the rafting, the 10 or more in a group, listen to what the ordinance says and listen to us. This is very serious. The last resort, we don't want to make a difficult situation worse, but we can give a notice to appear or we can arrest, and we will if we need to. But I'm very, very thankful. The residents have really listened, and they've been a part of the team. Again, that team being the key word, so we haven't seen the arrest, but arrest is the last resort, and we can make that and will. Thankfully, we have not.
Are you guys going to be in specific areas monitoring certain things that maybe would be more of a high risk for people to still be doing, or are you going to wait till that kind of happens?
Well, we're all over that omnipresence. Our school resource officers have been deployed. Other assets are deployed. We will be, once again, we do fly the county quite often. Our helicopters up in the air, identifying hotspots. But again, we are not targeting anyone. We are just overall generally patrolling just to make certain because we have gained a tremendous amount of compliance through our education. So we've been very fortunate. But again, social distancing, 10 or more. You know, boating's the hot topic. So we want the boaters to, let's stay 50 feet away from each other. Don't raft and be responsible. We need you to help us help you. Not panic, just help us help you.
Can you talk a little bit about non-essential businesses, whether or not they're being forced to close their doors, and ways that they're still having to go to work right now? And what
So
kind of-
while this executive order is brand new, okay, and we're still trying to interpret exactly what it is, our legal staff is working with the county's legal staff and with the governor's legal staff. We just spoke with his chief of staff. Governor's done an amazing job. His staff, I mean, at every level, essential, non-essential. Some businesses are going to be closed, but their doors might be open. They're not doing business. Last time I was driving home, there was a nail salon that was open. I looked in, caught my eye. The guy was painting inside there. Okay, so as long as he's not open for business and people are not walking in, we're looking for the people that are walking into business as usual, zero compliance.
And I want to talk to you about the homeless. So what about those in the county, or what is the county doing, about people who need a place to be safer at home but don't have a safe place to go at this time?
Unfortunately, there are some people that are homeless. Some have PTSD. We are very, very sympathetic to our homeless. Our community response unit, not now just because of COVID, but before COVID, have been out continuously engaging the homeless community. Now with COVID, we've actually gone out, we've educated the homeless in different areas of the county, throughout the entire county, what COVID means, and we've given them hand washing, sanitizer. We've helped them make sure that they have a meal, okay? And I'm very proud of that team, because we have visited all the different places we know our homeless are, and we are absolutely helping them get through this with us.
Are you guys able to do anything about crowds in stores? We're hearing a lot of people worried about crowds in stores right now.
If there's a crowd in a store, obviously that's going to be an issue. Is that crowd 5 people or is it 15? Is it business as usual? Again, we need, and there's so many people calling in to tell us certain things, and we want that, but we need people to listen. Don't panic, and panic being the key word. Do not panic. We are, like the commissioner said, we are going to get through this as one team. But we need the people to listen. This is not a joke. It's very serious. We don't want people crowding up. Common sense. That's all we ask for. Help us help you. Any other
Commissioner
questions?
Hammond, now that the legal team has had some time to review, we spoke about that this morning. Have they gotten back to you about what they found in this executive order and how that's maybe going to change things?
Yeah, so actually we've had our county attorney and the attorney here at the sheriff's office reviewing the executive order, and we've even reached out to the chief of staff of the governor of the state of Florida to try and get a couple questions clarified. We have received some clarification on some of the things we've been asked about today and shared with you. I understand that the governor and his team as well are working on several clarifications that they will release over the coming days to help us guide us through how this order should be executed.
And can you name some specifics with that?
You know, clearly people were concerned about, since the executive order references Miami-Dade, how much of what Miami-Dade did they really want to include in the executive order for the entire rest of the state, you know? And so a lot of questions actually surrounded the recreational activities like golf and boating. People really want to know what they're able to do. So far, the clarification that we got in regards to boating was that we want you to operate in the same manner that you were supposed to last weekend, where you were supposed to keep that 50-foot distance. You were supposed to not have people outside of your household on your boat, and no rafting the boats together. And so far, we've gotten some guidance on golfing that they'll be clarifying that later today. And right now, golfing is open, and we'll continue to look for those clarifications as they come out of Tallahassee. Thanks.
All right, with that, we'll close it. Thank you.
Thank you.